Push record. Yay. All right. Sweet. I love hearing from you guys too. Like without this team, without this community, and I think we pride on ourselves on that our community is unlike any other, like unlike any other out there. So I'm very prideful of it, and I hope you girls are too. So tonight we're just going to go ahead and get started. I do want to do some talk about the bonuses and strategizing for these, because I talked with some of the leaders on the team about this, of how we are going to attack this and take it down into our teams as well. So your person that you are personally enrolled or placed under, which Bobby's going to talk on tonight, are going to be your go-to person during this promo. This promo started today, and we have until Sunday. This is like our second round to seriously flex this out, to really pop those numbers. And honestly, like if you're gunning to hit your rank for the first time, or if you're looking to maintain and build on top of that rank, I know we're working on not saying maintaining anymore, but if we're working on building on top of what you have already, right now is the time. Right now is the time. So we're going to do a little bit of strategizing on that one. And then I want to talk about discouragement and what that means and how to handle discouragement like a boss, and just doing that mindset shifting, because this is a season where you can really get inside of your own head and your blinders start to come off and you start to look everywhere else except for your own business. So we're going to touch on that one. And then I'm going to have Bobby talk on placements, why placements are so valuable, the importance behind them, and absorbing them into your own team as if they are your own. Okay, so without further ado, I went ahead and dropped the reward snapshot into our team chat, so that way we all can see it on there. So if you want to go ahead and pull that up, we're going to look at that together. If I'm being completely honest, I'm still understanding the compensation plan myself. And it's not because it's not hard to learn. Our compensation plan is actually very easy and like far more beneficial than our compensation plans compared to a lot of other businesses out there, right? Like we get paid multiple ways off of one order. No matter if they're in your level 4, like a person underneath of you, or if they're your person enrolled on your top line, like we get paid multiple ways here. So I trust the company, and it's not that it's hard. It's, for me, I work my business out of a place where, like I talked on my stories, that Scotty and I are used to living on like $3,000 a month because of cowboy wages. So we understand how to be very frugal with our money, and we don't have to constantly seek it out, because anything extra that we get on top of that is phenomenal. So for us and me, and where I work my business out of, is just serving and helping others. If I can help give someone a sale, I will, just so that way they can be on Thrive and it makes them feel good. That's where I want to work my business out of constantly. So for me to fully want to understand the business structure of this, as far as the payouts go, it's not something that I focus super heavy on. Other people are numbers, and they love this, and they want to see it, and they want to understand all of it. But for me, I never want to get in that mindset that, oh, if I sign up a person on like a 200 pack, I'm going to get this much back. But if I need to pay this and this and this bill, I need to sign up like 4 people with 200 packs or 400 packs, whatever, to make my monies back to pay my certain bills. I never want to work my business out of a place like that, because we're not working our business out of a place of abundance. When we start working our business out of a place, a situation, and a mindset with abundance, we go out and we know that there's always going to be more people. Abundance is knowing that there's going to be more. There's enough of it already, and knowing that there's more coming. Not that there's ever going to be a shortage. It's flipping that mindset that there is going to be more people, there's going to be more customers, there's going to be more opportunities constantly coming in with this business. I mean, we've been here for like a year and a half, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. The opportunities that are coming, right, Jess? Yeah, like they just keep coming. Like every time I think that like they've outdone themselves, like they turn around and like just best it again. Like it's never ending here. So anyways, with this bonus strategy, going into the rest of this week, remember how at the end of last month, we started seeing, and if you're new here, then that's fine. But some of us who kind of know our sideline sisters and where they started in their growth, we saw some leaders like turning around, like popping like 12Ks, 40Ks, 80Ks, and above and beyond when they originally started out at a very low volume. That is why, because of this double QV that is dropped right now. And what I didn't understand last month when they dropped this was how to efficiently work this as a team, because this is a team sport. This is a team effort with what we're able to do here. So with this double QV, it is all hands on deck. Like your team, your placement, your customers, your orders even will also count for this as well. So what we talked about today was that if you have a customer that's coming to you and they are curious about starting the 3 steps, don't be afraid to talk to them about getting on a promoter pack, either the 200, 400, or 800. And I can send you guys examples of what that like live conversations looking like with someone that I have right now. But not being afraid to, in a way, upsell them, but try not to look at it like you're upselling them from like 160 to 180. You're upselling them by giving them the better deal of this. They get the free shipping, which is $15 every time because everything ships priority here, which is the better deal. They also will get 1 or 2 products depending on which one they choose. So it's like the Sculpt and I think it's Biotic again that the company's giving out. And again, those are like $40 some of products. So with the free shipping and the free Sculpt and the free Biotic, they're saving anywhere from probably, let's see, 15, if I can do like quick math, like anywhere from like 60 to 90 to $100 on the free shipping and the free products. Now, with the customers, if they also sign up on the promoter packs, they're also getting those promo codes. They get either 5, 10, or $20 promo codes that they get to use on their future orders of whatever amount. I don't think there's like a minimum amount of like that they have to order to be able to use those. So for a person that's ordering just like the 160, 180, if they're on Elite, they're only getting that. They're only getting Elite. But if you tell them about this opportunity where they get the free shipping, they get the free products, they get the promo codes, like they're getting the better deal out of this. And we're going to give them a cashback deal. And on our side, they don't need to know this, but on our side, we also get the double QV. So a 200 pack will turn into 400, 400 turns into 800, 800 into 1600. So imagine giving someone a cashback deal on an 800 pack and that volume doubles to 1600. You are a quarter of the way there to the first rank, a quarter of the way there. Now imagine, we'll say Britt, for example. Britt, you're already a quarter of the way to your first rank, right? But you've been working so hard at this business and you're only what, like a week, maybe almost 2 weeks here. You're a quarter of the way to your first rank right now. So, right, we're going to use your business for an example, if that's okay. So say that you had like 1 or 2 more people that come in, maybe their family, maybe their friends. And right now, same as when we hustled that first night when you signed up and we were like plucking things out until like the last minute. This is the exact same thing. So you got through it the first time, like you get a whole week of it now to understand it. So if you have a friend that's coming to you like, hey, I'm curious about these products. Hey, there's also these promo codes, these promotions that are going on right now. You're getting the better deal out of this, but you're only going to be paying the regular price of like the 180, whatever it is, the 160, 180, depending on how much cash back you want to get. So what Kirsten talked about in our team chat was that we want to be able to give them cash back, but it has to make sense to you. It has to make sense for your finances. But I want to break it down in a way that if we're doing these cashback deals, to not offer more than what you're actually getting back with your fast start, because then you do end up losing money. And I don't want that to happen to you, ladies. We want to work our business from a smart angle, not where we're just handing money out left and right, and it's not going to gain you forward just for the sake of getting double volume. Okay, we want to be smart about this. So if someone enrolls with a 200 pack, you are getting that fast start, that Infinity fast start cash back on that 200 pack. where did it go? We're getting $30 back. Okay. And that's on your level 1. So if you personally enroll someone on a 200 pack, you're getting $30 back. You enroll someone on a $400 pack, you're getting $80 back. Like, side note on this, like sidebar, we're like, for every sale that we get on that, we're getting like $30, $80, and $140 back on that sale. I don't think I ever saw that money back from like an order from my last company, like just ever. I don't think I ever saw that. So anyways, what we want to try to accomplish with this strategy and with this promo is that we don't want to offer more than what we're actually getting back. So a 200 is $30. A 400 is 80, and an 800 pack is 140. So me personally, I am doing cashback sales, on a 200 pack. I'm doing, I think I said 20. Sorry. I'm doing 20. I'm doing 20 back on a 200 pack. I'm doing 60 back on a 400, and I know. I'm doing, 200 off of an 800 pack. Why I'm doing that? Because an 800 pack, obviously that 1600 QV volume, that one, is also going to be helping with the overall numbers in my business, but I'm also able to use that placement to move underneath of someone right now to help pop them to their next rank, to help build them to their next rank, to help them get their bonus. Like, that's part of that team atmosphere, is helping someone get the better deal. But then if we also have that volume, which Bobby's going to touch on later, we can use that volume to push to someone else to help them. That's one of the many reasons I love this business. Like, it's all for one and all for one here. Literally. I love it. Absolutely love it. So if I'm doing if I'm doing 20 back on a 200 pack, it's still going to be helping that person get the better deal. They're only paying 180. Whereas before, if they get the elite pack as a customer, right? They're paying that 180 plus the shipping. So they're paying like 200. So it is to their advantage. So don't be afraid to break it down to them, within their DMs when you're talking to them, and just be super upfront and like real with them. People want realness. They don't want to be sold bullshit. They can see right through us. So don't be afraid to break the numbers down to them of if they signed up as a customer versus right now, if they signed up as a promoter, like upgrade customer, glorified customer, however you want to put that. So now, before I move on, do you guys have questions on that? Signing people up as a customer and giving them the better deal with a promoter pack. Okay, sick. If you do have any questions, just drop them in the chat. So now, say you have someone that's coming to you that they are a customer, you're trying to help them get signed up on a promoter pack, but they're like, oh wait, but I don't want to be a promoter. I don't want to work the business. Just tell them that's fine. Like, that's fine. You don't have to be. We are just going to be signing you up as a promoter. You'll be labeled as a promoter, but I will still treat you as a customer with sales, with promos, anything like that. And you don't have to work the business. You don't have to enter in your social security number. You don't have to sell. You don't have to meet quotas. We don't have any mandatory auto subscription. We don't have any mandatory auto shifts. We don't have any mandatory subscriptions. And I'm not afraid to tell them that. I tell literally every single person that, because again, multiple of you were from the last company that I was with, and we had to pay like hundreds of dollars in subscriptions and mandatory auto ships, where we don't have to do that here. So I scream that from the rooftop, because a lot of other companies do have that. So someone comes to you and they want to take advantage of this sale, but they don't want to be a promoter, just tell them that's fine. Don't be afraid to break it down with them, and don't be afraid to just tell them like it's okay, that you won't have to do any of that. We don't even need your social security number, right? So the other question, I think Kathy asked it too, was that if someone is willing to sign up with that route, we want to make sure that we ask them, is there a chance that you will ever want to be a promoter? And this is just coming from a place of having that servant heart, not wanting to gyp someone, not wanting to rob them of some opportunities, because once they sign up as a promoter, even if they're an upgrade customer, they could still miss out on their VIP bonus period. That's the $800 cash bonus and the $300 in product credits. We don't want to rob someone of that opportunity, just because it's not fair for them. And if they say either one, like, no, like I'm okay, like promoting's not going to be for me, but I'm excited to try the products, then great. It's like green flag, all for go, like launch Houston, get them signed up on a promoter pack, and then just treat them as a customer and check in with them, see how they like the products, if they want to change anything out, right? But if the person's like, oh, maybe I'm not sure, just not right now, I'm urging you, like, forego the sale and do not sign them up as a promoter. Sign them up as a customer, try to give them some credits and help them in that way. Because in the long run, we want to be able to help that person. And if we explain that to them, that they have the opportunity to go for these bonuses, they will appreciate you and understand you and respect the shit out of you. That you don't want to rob them of that opportunity. And you're letting them just stay the course that they want to, rather than pushing them to go the route that you want them to, if that makes sense. See your question, Britt. So they don't have to have 100 PV per month. There's no repercussions. That, yes, we're going to get into that. Absolutely. That's a good question. So the other thing, I'm going to drop this in the chat as well. Okay, so I dropped that in the chat, Britt. So this is also going to answer your question. So with the Infinity Fast Starts cash like that we get back, ideally right now during this bonus period, during the double QV, we want to put that back into our business. So we're reinvesting that back into our business. But that is a good question. So down at the bottom of this graphic, it's saying, and one of the girls made this in RA or somewhere, I think, I don't remember, but it's super cute. It says, and when a promoter is not commission eligible, Fast Starts roll up to the next eligible upline promoter. Do you know, like thumbs up, do we know what that means? If not, we can definitely go over that. Okay, perfect. No, this is good. This is good. This is really good stuff. Because with most companies, it's not even most, all companies have this. Oh, sorry, Britt. Okay, sorry. I'm glad I read it out loud then. So all companies have this qualified and active status. And what that means is that we have to be qualified for commissions and active in our status to be able to receive payouts, bonuses, commissions, etc. And that is 100 PV. So you're totally correct with that. But here's the thing that's super great. Again, like another kudos and amazing thing about our company. I can just like turn things around on like all the positives with our company. To be able to be qualified and active with a lot of other companies, we ourselves would have to purchase that product every single month. We would be locked into that if we wanted to get that commissions. We don't have to do that here. We don't have that here. We don't have that here. And what I mean by that is that, say I have a customer, Ellie. Ellie already ordered for the month. I haven't ordered yet for the month, but since she ordered by the 5th, I am qualified and active because my customer ordered over $100 for me. I ran her a sale. I put some credits in her account. So by helping her, she made me qualified and active so I can make sure that I'm getting paid for the rest of the month. Now, if a person is not qualified and active, they don't have a customer that orders, they don't order, that money will roll up to the person that they're personally enrolled to. I don't want your money. I don't want your money. You work hard for your money. Bobby doesn't want your money. Kathy doesn't want your money. I don't want to say you need to, but you want to make sure by the 5th of every single month that you are qualified and active, especially right now during bonus season, that you are collecting your commissions and your payout, whether that's a customer order or whether that's yours. It's $100 PV, dollar per volume. That's it. So I hope that answered your question, but again, also part of the strategy. So, along the lines with, this, like offering cash backs, what we did decide to do that we were like fully utilizing this and like just pushing send on this, on this bonus right now, is that you're personally enrolled, and then to whomever you are placed underneath, that is who you're going to be teaming up with. Because depending on whoever you're personally enrolled with, they might have a lot of other personally enrolled people, and they could be as broke as shit, offering everybody cashback sales. So that's why we're spreading the wealth, and whoever's team that you are placed with, that is who you're ideally working with right now too, because you're on a team now with them. So you're going to be working really closely with these ladies, going forward with your business. Whoever your personally enrolled is, they're always going to be your personally enrolled, and they're always going to be there for you. They're not just like shucking you off to the side, or like you're done, like I don't need you anymore. It's not that. It's not that at all. It's spreading the wealth and spreading the goodness in the community, and really making it so that it's all for one and one for all. Bobby, are you okay? I see you're home now. Do you want us to talk on placements now? Now that I'm like touching on the subject.
Yeah, I'm home.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm really excited to talk about this, because this is kind of like a little bit near and dear to my heart, because if you guys don't know, I did not sign up with Laurel. Okay. I didn't sign up with her. I was placed on this team, and every day I'm so grateful that I was. So if you have been placed with someone, do not think anything negative about it, because it is a gift. Because not only do you have more than one person who is there helping you. Now, our upline person, she left. She left maybe not even 2 months in. When we both joined at the same time. I didn't know who Laura was at all. And the beauty about how our business works is placements. We get to help our team build teams. Now, when it comes to placements, every person is different. So I'm going to share my thoughts about it. Never expect a placement to be put underneath you. Be the person that you want to show up within your business. Okay. I can't tell you how many times every single month, I never once like that, oh, like I deserve this. Why isn't she doing this for me? Why isn't she doing this? In reality, me showing up for my own business shows a lot where you're going. It shows other people, like, if you're in this through the thick of things, through those hard seasons, because those hard seasons are going to come. Just like anything in life, there's always ups and downs. And exactly within this business, we're just at the high point of this business where crazy things happen and beautiful things can happen from this. Now, with our placements, we have 60 days. I don't know about you, but I've never heard of anything like this before. And it's a beautiful thing, because you can accumulate volume. And I'm going to kind of touch base with Laura was saying with glorified customers. All right. Now, with glorified customers, you can use them. You can use that volume to place underneath people. They're still your glorified customer. They don't know the workings of this business, and they don't need to know, because they're still with you. You are still their main person, but you can still help someone build. You can help someone hit their first rank, hit their second rank. And, for me and Logan has his own account. Scotty has his own, Zach has his own. And coming in, depending where you're at, having your spouse account can be a benefit to you. They can be your strong leg. They can be that leg that you want. Now, within this business, you can have more than 2 legs. All right. So depending on how things are going, that's where your numbers come in. So how you can really start seeing the growth of things, just getting the idea. Now, I do not, and I will preach to this, and even Courtney, our millionaire, she will preach to this. She still doesn't fully understand the comp plan, and she doesn't care. Versus like, I don't really care. My mindset is, okay, who can I help? Who's the next person I want to serve? Because like what Laura was saying, we do have a lot of gals who are numbers, and that's okay. That's how their brain works. That's all right. But I know for myself that I have to be in a place of a servant heart, because when I show up in that way, the return to me is bigger than I ever expected. When I think transaction, I don't get anywhere at all. I just kind of go at the standstill, nothing happens. So knowing that for yourself, the one thing I'll get into a little bit, but with placements, you have 60 days. You have 60 days to place. Now, at the end of the month, that's when you want to move. That's when you want to move people because you have that volume. Because come the next month, everything sets to zero. And that's everything in sales. So it's nothing new here. After, even in retail, it's the same thing. Anywhere business wise, like everything starts over at the beginning of the month. So it's nothing new here. But it doesn't mean that volume goes away forever, because that volume from that person is still going to keep happening the next month. And especially coming from like teamwork wise, if you have questions, ask your upline, ask the team. Like, don't be afraid not to ask the questions. And for me, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Like, there's things that I'm still learning that I'm like, oh my gosh, I never thought to even think of it that way, or a different outlook about something, how to do samples. The biggest thing that I would really preach, especially right now, is people who, if you were here last month, if you got glorified customers, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to my glorified customers and I'm asking them, hey, do you have 2 people that you think would love this stuff? And if they give me those 2 people, I'm going to send them samples. But if they kind of know them, or like, oh, I think they would absolutely love it, let me talk to them, whatever. But I'm going to offer those samples. But I'm also going to be offering, hey, if you're able to get these 2 people set up, I'm going to give them a promo. I'm going to send them credits to their account to get the benefit. And because their people are still getting benefits from the promoter packet, right? But I want to give as a thank you, like, oh my gosh, like here's 25 credits per person that you helped me sign up that you can use towards your next order. So there's so many ways that we have the freedom to work within our business, but always trying to figure out, okay, with my glorified customers, how can I best serve them to get that volume built underneath them that you can move. So that's an idea, but placement, it to me, it's a gift. Like, I want to be here if I wasn't placed here. So don't ever think if you place someone, like, be excited about it, because you get 2 people to be helping you right now. Laurel, like, I have you guys, but we very first started our little baby itty bitty team. Like, I had Laurel and I have Jess. Like, it was just us. And so no, like, everyone here. Oh, and Brooke. Oh my gosh, I just saw Brooke pop in. Like, everyone, you like lean into each other. Like, the more ideas and brainstorming, especially in a team chat, that's where ideas can start brewing. Like, pop an idea in there and someone else might have another idea. Things that you can do. Also, if you didn't see, because I don't think we've ever talked about it, but in the checkout area, you can buy credits. So I don't know if you saw that. So if that's something that you can do, like, 10 credits, I think it's dollar for dollar. So 10 credits you get, it's $10. So maybe you don't have, like, maybe someone doesn't have like Venmo or something, and doing cashbacks or something. This is what I've done before. I had a gal who didn't have Venmo, but I worked out a deal with her, like, hey, I will send you credits instead, because she wanted to use it for her future order. She didn't want like the cash back. So I told her, hey, I'll send you credits instead to your account and you can use that for next month. And she loved it. She's like, perfect. That's awesome. So don't be afraid to think outside the box. But that's basically what I have.
Bobby, I love you. I thank God every single day that you were placed on my team, and how that even happened, I don't know, but I'm so thankful for it. I mean, obviously a lot of our people on here are new, but Bobby's the only placement that I've ever had since starting this business. And she has been the absolute biggest blessing to this business. Like we didn't even know this until like a few months like after we were working together.
It's true.
We live like 2.5 hours away from each other. So
It's not 2.5. Is it really?
Is it?
No, we live like 115 miles away from each other. It's not far.
It's not far.
I live in the middle of nowhere. So when I say it's not far, it's like over the mountain ridge, around the valley, and you're there.
It's just we're so lucky, like to be placed with each other, not knowing each other, and then living close. We're really lucky with that. So what we're encouraging you to do, especially right now during this promo that happened this week, it's only Monday through Sunday, and that is it. Work really close with who your placement upline is.
Okay, hold on, Laura. Hold on. I'm gonna answer this question from Jody. Okay, so this is how I navigate this. So how do you know where to place people? Now I look at my team. I see where everybody's at, and I talk to my team and on one-on-one. So I kind of see where they're at in their life. How are they feeling? Like basically, like, are they wanting to build? Are they kind of like okay with where they're at right now? Like kind of seeing, and wherever that person who is wanting to build, who is wanting to push forward, I'm going to focus on them. Doesn't mean that I'm not focusing on my other team. That's not where I'm coming from. It's just I'm respecting where they're at within their business, and I will go where they want to go in their business. Now, if I have someone who's really wanting to go, really push hard, I'm going to link arms with you, and I'm matching your energy. Then, okay, like, should spouses be a certain place? Okay, so with your spouse account, so I'm going to use Kathy for an example, because for last month. So Kathy, I can't remember, when did you start Zach's account? Was it after your 2 weeks?
No, I signed up Zach during my VIPs to help me get there.
But he was the last that got you to the 16, right?
Towards the end, okay. Yep.
So like Kathy, her very last person that she signed up to secure her VIP 1600 was her husband's account. Because you have to think, once you hit VIP 1600, that's a $400 cash bonus plus an additional 100 Thrive credits loaded to your account. Okay. Now, so what she did, she used that to get her husband active. So when she got her husband's account active, which was the last day, I believe it was, then she started working on her husband's account with his VIPs and started enrolling people underneath his account. So when it comes to building your spouse account, yes, that's where you're gonna take. I know Jody, if you don't know, today is Jody's like the last day for her VIP 1600, and she's like 180 away. Okay, so she definitely has it in the bag. But so this is like a perfect way, because you are getting that money back plus more, and that's what Kathy did. That's what I did on my account when I got Logan's account started. So it just depends like where you're at, but being able to secure those VIP 16 VIPs, any of them, like, is freaking amazing, because you don't really get that much. If you go look at any company's income disclosure, looking at Lavelle's, like, your first 2 weeks, you surpass so many levels in other companies. So your first 2 weeks here is incredible. But that's where I go with placement wise, is talking with your team, like where do they want to go? If they're ready to like build, and if you have some glorified customers, put them underneath them. You have someone that's really working, and you have your foundation, your top people that are building with you. Like, it's okay to move people around, because they're still with you. They're not going anywhere. It's just they get another person to help and support them along the way. So I hope that answered your question, Jody. Okay, go ahead, Laura.
forgot where I was. That was great. It's exactly what Bobby said. This is a season where we want to work with people who are like drooling, like just chomping at the bit for this opportunity. And it's not that we don't love and respect people with where they're at in their business. Like they just might be at a different place than you, and that's fine. Some people are just here for the community, but some of us want to make gangster cartel money, and that's okay. Like that's okay. And some of us, like, we want the whole enchilada. Like there's nothing wrong with that. We just give grace and we say bless and we release and we move on, and we just help people with where they're at, where we can, and that's all we can do. So with the placements, I think that's where I was going with the placements, working closely right now with strategizing, working really close with who you're placed with in your team. If you're not sure, I was just logged into my office. I can show you guys. Let me pull up like a report. Okay. So if you're in your back office and say you go into your sponsorship team, say like I'll click on Scott, for example. Okay. So if I click on Scott, it will show underneath of here, like it will show Scott, and then it will show sponsor and placement. So whoever like you click on, like for random, if you want to like look at your account, your husband's account, it should be able to show you, I believe. Right, Bobby? Should be able to show you who you're placed under, and who your sponsor is. So if you're not sure, just reach out and ask, and we can figure it out. So what we're saying with this placement right now, and with the cashbacks, trying to bring it all back in so it's not a super long call for you guys, is that offering cashback sales right now is super important if you can. Why? Because the promo codes and credits don't work on promoter packs. Promoter packs are the only ones that will double. They double, they're going to double one because you're getting the 200 pack, 400, 800, but that double volume is going to help you be able to move in place to help your team, and all for one for all mindset. And it's also going to help everyone get to their next rank, your next rank, your uplines, like everyone. This is a team sport right now. Like this whole week, like is game time. We got to get our game faces on, like focus. So whatever questions you have, like feel free to drop any of them in the chat. Now, if finances are tight for you, okay, if finances are tight for you, like please do not get discouraged during this time. Like this has to make sense for you and your family. Talk to your placement upline, talk to your sponsorship upline, and we will get it figured out. Okay. We will get it figured out. If we have to do like a 50-50, if we're doing like 100% covering it for your team, like whatever that is, like just talk to them and see what we can work out together as a team. So I hope that helps. That's all I'm going to really say as far as like strategizing, because Bobby dropped a lot of really like brilliant ideas to do. You did. You dropped good ideas. Because there's so much freedom with this business that we can work it however we want it. And that's one of the reasons why I switched over from my last company. I have so much freedom here that I can make this business literally whatever I want. If I want a payday, like I'm going to put my elbows up in some grease and I'm going to get the job done. And we can actually get paid for that here. So any questions you have, like any questions at all, reach out to your placement, start to get acquainted with them, build that network with them, relationships, and being in the team chat. Okay. So since Bobby talked about placements, we are going to move on and talk about how to handle discouragement. In the chat, can you drop what your definition is of discouragement? What does discouragement mean to you? I'm going to switch gears, like just a little bit on you guys, a little bit. I always got to do some mindset work with you guys. I love it. It's like my favorite thing. Some mindset and motivation. It's my favorite. What does discouragement mean to you? Jody, I'm so excited. You have like, what is it? It's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have like 4 hours. You have 4 hours to hit that. And it's what, 180? Easy. You've got this. What does discouragement mean to you? Oh, there we go. Raining on someone else's parade when they're clearly excited about it. Oh yeah, that happens. Feeling defeated. Let down. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Um, Making someone question their confidence. Yes. You guys like already know what my notes are for this call. This is great. Roadblocks. Yes, that too. Exactly. Being being discouraged, would you guys say it's normal coming across discouragement in your business and your health and fitness goals? Yeah. The ones that have their camera, I can at least see you nodding. 100%. Okay. Yeah, being discouraged is 100% normal. Why is it normal for us to have it stop our progress then? Why is it normal for us to let it become become so much bigger and widespread throughout our business and take up space or rent, if you want to say, in our mindset, where it takes away that excitement, that confidence, that like those opportunities to win. Whereas we start feeling, like you lady said, we feel let down. We start to come across roadblocks. We start to feel defeated. We start to question ourselves. Those are all legitimate things that we start to feel. So the actual definition of discouragement is a loss of confidence or enthusiasm. To not give in to discouragement, or do not give in to discouragement is the example. It is a loss of confidence and enthusiasm. Now, what are the causes of discouragement? And I think you guys can figure out where I'm going to be heading with this. Because during this bonus season, like it's puke and rally season. It's like there's crazy stuff that's happening left and right with our side sisters, our business. New promos are constantly rolling out. Like it is legitimately puke and rally season. So it is very, very, very easy for people to immediately feel discouraged because they're not seeing the success that they want to, but someone else is. Does that make sense? So some of the causes that do cause discouragement is fatigue. Fatigue is the number one reason why people start to feel discouragement. They start to feel that when they're not taking care of their own health. We start putting so much time into these bonuses. We start to put so much time into social media, we start to consume. That's the word I'm trying to say. We start to consume more than what we're actually giving and putting out there. So we start to become tired, and maybe we're staying up a little later. We're waking up early. Maybe we're stressing over these bonuses, whether it's coming from an excited place or maybe it's coming from a worried place, but we're losing sleep over it. I know I did last month because it was so crazy. Like I lost a lot of sleep last month. So I started getting tired. And I know some of you are sick right now because we lost sleep. Fatigue is the number one reason of how discouragement starts. What's the next one? Can you guys guess? What's the next one? Next reason of why people get discouraged. Yes, absolutely. Comparison. Good guess. Yes. Good guess. That could be a cause of it. Self-doubt. Yeah, absolutely. It's being frustrated. You're getting so frustrated that you're not moving forward. Maybe you're not seeing the results that you want. You're not seeing the numbers with your stories. You're not seeing the numbers with the views on your reels. You're not seeing the PPA start growing. Your volume maybe has been stuck at the same place for like 5 days. I don't know. You start to feel frustrated and you start to get so mad. And then you start questioning, why is this not working? I see it working for everybody else. And just like Bobby said, it starts to turn into that comparison game of it's working for everyone else. Why not me? This is a bad mindset. This is such a bad mindset. It's so hard for me to talk about, but we need to talk about it. The next reason, there's 4 of them. So the third one, is fear. We have a fear of missing out. We have a fear of, being left out. We have a fear of falling behind. We have a fear of not fitting in. We have a fear of maybe not wanting to be part, or not being like fitting into the community that we're with because maybe we're not as successful as some of them. These are all legitimate reasons wouldn't you say of like starting to feel discouragement. I know I felt it before in my business. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like I felt it, especially in my first year of this business. Like there was a lot of ups and downs with this business, like a lot. We went through bonus season. We went through gains of like mass amount of people, and I've lost 12Ks. I have lost 4Ks. Like, it is very easy during those times when things just suck. And I think Jody said it, when you start to hit roadblocks, you start to feel that fatigue. You get so tired, you get frustrated, you start to question yourself, you start to question your worth, you start to tie your self-worth into this business if it's successful. And if it's not successful, if it's not going the way you want it to, you start to tie your self-worth into that, and you start losing your confidence, and you start showing up less, and you start working your business from a place that's not truly authentic, and it's not truly who you are and who you want to be. The last reason, I think we've already said it. I've probably already said it. What's the last reason for it's failure? It's failure. The last reason for feeling discouraged is failure. We can start feeling that discouragement from failure if we're not seeing success that we want, and we start to fall off. We start to fall off the bandwagon. Maybe we go a month of low enrollments. We go a month with like super low PPA. We're not on the leaderboard anymore. We can't work our business from these places. So I don't want to end the call on like this note, on like kind of like a low, but I want you to normalize in a way that like these feelings are there and they're real, and be able to face them. Know that they're going to happen, but not tie your self-worth to them. When I started this business, when I started in this industry like 4 years ago, I didn't have anybody preparing me for these feelings. I didn't have anybody prepping me that you're going to have times where you're going to want to quit. You're going to have times where you're going to be scared that you're going to lose everything and wake up in the middle of the night with like just sweats, that people are going to start falling off left and right, that people are going to question you, that you're going to feel so frustrated that you're actually causing your own self to like stop working and stop like your own forward progress. Nobody prepares you for that. But I want to prepare you for that. And it's a hard conversation to have, but when you can't let it define you. Exactly, Casey. You can't. When we start to feel that fatigue, when you start to feel burnout, what are you going to start doing? Go to bed earlier. Like, just go to bed, take some sleep gummies, take some rest, like get your freaking sleep in. If you start to feel tired, like just get your sleep in. If you know that you're feeling stressed, you might feeling really tired. Maybe you feel like you have some sickness onset coming on, skip your workout, dude. You don't have to push through your workout. Like, I'm training competitively for events. Like, you don't have to do your workout just to say and post that you did it. Skip it. Okay. It's okay to take those rest days, especially if you're feeling tired and lethargic. Skip that day so that way you can come back 10 times better the next day. I promise you're going to feel so much better. Now, when you're starting to feel frustrated, how are you going to flip the script when you start to feel frustrated? What are you going to start doing? Somebody drop in the chat or unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. I don't care. Poppy's like, mute it. I will.
Okay, say it again.
When you start to feel frustration in your business, how are you going to flip the script? Like, immediately in your business.
Okay, this is what I do. I get in the team chat. I start pouring into other people. Because
Yes!
when I start doing that, then I feel freaking good because I start seeing everybody else's win. Because maybe an idea that I dropped for them. So when you start focusing on other people and not focusing on, well, what about me? This isn't fair. I don't want to deal with this. Whatever those thoughts that are popping in your head, because it's so much easier to focus on that negative because it's so quick. It's a lot harder for that positive to come in because it's a lot more slow moving. I kind of think of it as the turtle and the rabbit. So that rabbit is that negativity. It's everywhere, all around us. But that positivity, it takes a lot of work to find those things, to discover those things about yourself. So that's what I do.
Amen. Amen. What does anyone else do when you start to feel frustrated or you start to feel that fear, or even when you're coming across failures or setbacks?
Can you hear me?
Baller.
I pop on my stories, when you're just feeling incredible. I mean, every day you're not going to feel the best, but when you're feeling good, I pop on my stories and I tell everybody how I'm feeling and what, our company, our business has done for us. And I think that builds your confidence again. So I do. I just get on my stories or I start reaching out to people when I feel like I don't have the confidence to do that. I'm like, I keep Laurel actually in the back of my head because you would push me to do that. So instead of texting you, I just am like, do my 5 reach outs, get out there because I know how our products make me feel and how it makes our whole team feel. So you just have to have the confidence.
Anyone else before I like tie those two together? Jose.
Oh, God. I do the opposite. I take a step back. I take a day off. I will unplug if I get overwhelmed, frustrated. Even like today, like when the promo dropped, I instantly had 1,000 different things of how to, like I was texting Bobby. I was like, yo, Bobby, I don't even know what to do right now. Like I was freaking out. I took a chill. And then I just had to put my phone down. Like I just put it down. I was like, I can't do this. Like I have to put my phone down. I have to collect myself. So when I'm frustrated, when I'm overwhelmed, I will unplug. You may not see me for a day on my stories. I'll do something, with my family, with my kids. Maybe we'll go for a hike. I'll do something that typically fills my cup. Or I'll do 2 workouts that day, like something that focuses more on me, something that fills my cup, gives me kind of like an instant win. And the reason I said those 2 examples, because working out, that would be an instant win for myself. Taking my kids on a hike is an instant win as a mom for me. And so doing something where I can check a box in a different area of my life is typically how I will combat that frustration when it comes to the business side of things. So don't be afraid to, take a little step back, take a nap, like put your phone down if you have to, take a day off, like that kind of thing. It is healthy to take a day off. Time your day off. Maybe you don't want to like disappear during, 1 week of customer appreciation type thing or, promoter appreciation. But at the same time, just know yourself and know how far you can push yourself before that limit is going to be too much for you.
Amen. Thank you ladies for speaking up and sharing that. It's obviously like we can all see that we work our businesses differently, but how we also handle our mindsets is also going to be very different when we're faced with adversity. Some people are going to take that step back, which I'm totally guilty of. When it's nice out and it's summertime, like my ass is in the mountains. Like I'm going to go for a hike at least once a month at the beginning of every month. Just like what Kathy said, like just get out and go have an immediate win, do something that makes you feel good. And for some people too, pouring into other people, that makes them feel good. That makes them feel alive. So I guess what we're encouraging you to do is figure out what is going to make you feel alive. Outside of this business, it's going to fill a cup. Jess, maybe for you, it's going out and roping and riding your horse and being with Taylor. Like, maybe it's that, or maybe for somebody else, like it's going and getting your nails done. Maybe it's having a spa day, like whatever that is, like, don't be afraid to pour into yourself first. So that way you can pour 1,000 times more into someone else. However that's going to look for you. So I know I'm getting my nails done tomorrow. I don't know about any of you guys, but I'm really excited about that. But anyways, it's about 6:30 now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself. Otherwise, we're going to hop off here and we're going to crush this week. I'm so excited. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Love you, team. Bye.